everybody. Welcome to the Top 10 Luxury Lifestyle channel. Today, we're going to go over the top 10 richest women billionaire lifestyle. We're in the era of boss babes and momtrepreneurs. Women are coming into their power, and nothing is more inspiring than seeing a fellow woman succeed. When considering the wealthiest people in the world, people like Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates come to mind. Today, we'd love to change that mindset and introduce you to some of the richest women in the world. These women are powerful billionaires, each with their own unique stories. We already know what we'd do if we had $1 billion in our back pockets, but what do the richest women in the world spend their money on? When they can travel anywhere globally, where do they go? And how do they get there? These are just a few of the questions we'll be answering today. Hopefully, these women's stories will inspire you to pursue your entrepreneurial dreams, and so you can experience the billionaire lifestyle. Francois Bettencourt Meyers, $82.2 billion. Francois Bettencourt Meyers is the granddaughter of Eugene Schuler, the creator of the L'Oreal brand. She became the richest female entrepreneur in the world after her mother's death in 2017, who died at the age of 94. While the Bettencourts were always well known for their exclusive and glamorous parties, Francois never indulged. She is an avid art lover and spends hours each day at her piano in her Art Deco mansion located in the Neuilly-sur-Seine, an affluent suburb in France known for its wealth, luxury homes, and influence. The magnificent private mansions in the area are worth, on average, over $6 million US, with some over $10 million US. She also owns a stunning estate off the Brittany coast and an entire secluded island in the Seychelles. She's the proud author of 2 books, one on a genealogy of the Greek gods and the other a 5-volume study of the Bible. Alice Walton, $65.2 billion. Alice Walton is the richest woman in America and the only daughter of Walmart founder Sam Walton. In 2011, Walton opened up the Crystal Bridges Museum of American Art in Bentonville, Arkansas, where she displayed her private art collection worth over $500 million. In 2014, she would add a $44.4 million Georgia O'Keeffe piece to her collection in the museum, making it the most expensive work of art ever sold by a female artist. She currently owns a 2-floor condo on Park Avenue in New York City, which she purchased in 2014 for $25 million. It's a stunning property with over 52 windows overlooking Central Park, and it has both a media room and a whole library. At the peak of her horse breeding career, she owned 2 equestrian ranches, which she later sold for $16.5 million and $22 million. She owned nearly 100 horses at one point that she eventually sold for an estimated $5 million. In April of 2021, Walton gave $67.9 million worth of Walmart stocks to an unnamed charity. Mackenzie Scott, $61 billion. Formerly known as Mackenzie Bezos, she changed her last name to Scott after her marriage of 25 years ended with Amazon founder Jeff Bezos. Scott is a well-known philanthropist. In 2020, her most lavish spending was donating over $6 billion to several hundred charities, benefiting food banks, black colleges, women-led charities, and various other institutions. She has also made the Giving Pledge, alongside Warren Buffett and Bill and Melinda Gates. The Giving Pledge is a movement encouraging the world's wealthiest people and those who can make the most significant impact to give most of their wealth to charitable causes during their lifetime or in their will. She ranked second among the 50 Americans that gave the most to charity that year. Scott invests heavily into her children's education. They attend Lakeside School, a private, top-rated school in Seattle for grades 5 through 12. Tuition at the school costs roughly $40,000 a year, and Bill Gates is among their alumni. Julia Koch, $46.4 billion. Julia Koch and her 3 children inherited their fortune after the passing of her husband, David Koch, who passed away in 2019. They now own a 42% stake in Koch Industries. Through her Stand Together community and the Family Independence Initiative, more than $19 million was raised to provide cash assistance to families impacted by COVID-19. She currently lives in an $18.8 million mansion in Southampton, New York, that features 7 bedrooms, a seaside pool, and a tennis court. She is the president of the David H. Koch Foundation, that to date has donated nearly $200 million, supporting multiple causes in the arts, education, science, and medical research sectors. Yang Huan, $34 billion. Yang Huan is a property developer and owns 57% of Country Garden Holdings, a property development company based in Guangdong, China, known for bringing modernization to over 300 cities. She received 70% of the company's shares from her father before it went public on the New York Stock Exchange in 2007. She is very media shy and is challenging to find on the internet, so very little is known about her. She is recognized as China's youngest billionaire and Asia's wealthiest woman. In 2008, she donated $32 million to charities with her father, making them the country's most prominent donors for that year. In 2016, she donated $79.5 million to the provincial government to support its 3-year plan to alleviate poverty. In 2013, she co-founded the Guangdong Gozhang Charity Fund, which to date has given over $8 million towards additional poverty alleviation efforts and children's education. Jacqueline Mars, $31.3 billion. Jacqueline Mars is the granddaughter of Franklin Clarence Mars, the founder of the candy company Mars. She owns an estimated 1/3 of the company, worked for Mars for nearly 20 years, and served on the board until 2016. As a well-known philanthropist, she sits on the board of directors for the National Sporting Library and Fine Arts Museum, the Smithsonian, and the Washington National Opera. Jacqueline is a trustee of the U.S. Equestrian Team. In 2013, she donated $1.4 million to the Washington Performing Arts Society. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Mars has committed $20 million in donations to support people affected by the virus. They included a $1 million donation to Humane Society International to help pets who have been affected. Suzanne Clatton, $22.3 billion. Suzanne Clatton is a German billionaire. She owns 19.1% of BMW and is the sole owner of Altana, a German specialty chemical company focusing on solutions and high-level technologies. She owns 2 homes, one in Bad Homburg, Germany, a spa town just outside of Frankfurt, and is famously known as the city where the German imperial family has their summer home. Her second home is in Kitzbühel, Austria. Considered the most legendary sports town in the Alps and one of the most luxurious and ritzy ski resorts. Despite her wealth, she keeps a very low profile and dresses in an elegant but low-key style. She is rarely spotted in public and has only ever given a single interview. Her major splurges consist of traveling via jet with her family to the top ski resorts in the world. Iris Fontbona, $25 billion. Iris Fontbona and her sons control Antofagasta plc, a Chilean-based copper mining company publicly traded on the London Stock Exchange. Iris keeps a low profile and doesn't grant any interviews. She spends her time in her 3 primary residences, one of which is in Belgravia, one of London's most desirable neighborhoods that features the city's finest luxury department stores and gourmet eateries. Many celebrities have called this part of London home, including Sir Michael Caine, model Elizabeth Hurley, and Sean Connery. Fontbona also holds residence in Vitacura, Santiago, a commune of Chile that is considered the most expensive and fashionable area in Santiago. Her third and final property is in Liechtenstein, nestled in the mountains between Switzerland and Austria. In 2015, she donated approximately $3.9 million to the Chilean Telethon, which focuses on helping children with physical disabilities. She outdid herself the following year by donating another $5.5 million to the same cause. Gina Rinehart, $24 billion. Gina Rinehart is reportedly the wealthiest person in Australia and built her wealth by rebuilding her father's financially distressed company, Hancock Prospecting, into a mining empire. She lives in one of Brisbane's most coveted riverfront properties that she purchased for $14 million in 2014. As a privacy buffer, she also bought the two neighboring blocks. Rinehart lives a lavish lifestyle, with several mansions in several Australian cities. She owns a fleet of luxury cars and travels the globe in her custom-built private jet. Gina is also the most significant non-government contributor to the Olympics in the country's history and has received the rare Order of Merit from the Australian Olympic Organization as a thank you for her many contributions. Laurene Powell Jobs, $20.1 billion. Laurene Powell Jobs is an influential investor and philanthropist. She inherited $27.5 billion after the death of her husband, Apple's Steve Jobs, and used it to expand her own business and philanthropies. Jobs is a real estate lover. This year, she added another property to her compound in Malibu's Paradise Cove, creating a 3-property mega estate. To date, she has spent over $80 million on purchasing the 3 neighboring homes, one of which was featured in a Charlie's Angels film. In addition to the Malibu compound, she owns a $16.5 million mansion in San Francisco with panoramic views of the city, horse ranches in Wellington, Florida and Los Altos, California, and 3 estates in Silicon Valley, California. Powell likes to travel the world with her family in style, as the proud owner of 2 Gulfstream jets, with one of them worth over $65 million, in addition to her $110 million mega yacht. One of her most remarkable philanthropic contributions was her $50 million donation towards XQ Institute's Super School Project. The goal is to change the high school education system to prepare students for a more technologically advanced and innovative world. Compared to their male counterparts, the lives of many of these women are very private. More information was available about their philanthropic endeavors and less about the size of their closet or how many cars they had. While much of their wealth was inherited, it is inspiring to read about how many of these savvy businesswomen took charge and continued to grow their fortunes. A recurring theme was their dedication to making the world around them a better place by recognizing their unique ability to make a massive impact with their wealth. What do you think is the most inspirational of all these billionaire females? If you liked this video, please hit like and share it with your friends. To learn more exclusive facts about your favorite personalities and luxury items, please subscribe to this channel. Until next time.